I can see why the teams want to push it back. The teams are used to having a wealth of information on the prospects, not just looking at film and talking to coaches, but going to pro days, conducting physicals, and spending time with the prospects at their facilities. They're used to having almost too much information, and now they're looking at a scenario where they don't have nearly enough information. And then that puts front offices in a really tough spot. Do you take a guy based on his film, even if you have not spent any time around him or the usual time around him? And better yet, can you even draft a guy without having him take a physical? What if he's coming off an injury? Can you take a risk on somebody like that without even having seen him in person? I understand why the teams want to postpone it, because the GMs and the team presidents and the scouting departments are the ones who are going to get judged by this draft. They'll be the ones who could be out of a job in a couple of years if they completely whiff on the draft. And then at the same time, I understand why the league wants to go ahead with this thing. First off, going ahead with it means they don't have to deal with the logistical nightmare of rescheduling it. As with everything else that's being suspended or delayed or rescheduled right now, it's not just a matter of picking a new date and then everybody just shows up at that time. There are layers to this. There are ripples to this. It's not that easy. And I'm guessing part of the reason why the league and some owners might want to go ahead with it as scheduled is they know the NFL draft is always a massive story. And at a time when there are no sports, the draft will be an even more massive story. It'll be gigantic. If the draft is still starting 4 weeks from tonight, even people who have never tuned into the draft will be hyped for the draft. They'll be locked in like it's an actual game.